Hello, thank you for joining this month's Connect with Control Lamp session. My name is Trini Gaitan and I'll be your facilitator for this webinar. Today we will demonstrate essential considerations for 922. We have three presenters today from the Control Lamp support team, Taylor Clapp, Maribel Garcia, and Jose Luna. We recommend going to full screen mode during this presentation by pressing the full screen button. For any questions you may have during the presentation, please post them in the Q&A pod. We will be addressing your questions at the end of the session. This is the agenda for the session. First, we'll go over considerations and requirements. Next, we'll look at the check rec and check config utilities. And then we'll finish off with the upgrade ready utility, followed by the Q&A. To start us off, Taylor will go over the considerations and requirements. Taylor, go ahead.
Thanks for the intro, Drew. My name is Taylor Clapp, and I'm a member of the Control M support team. I'm going to cover a brief overview of what's coming with Control M 922 and some considerations when planning your upgrade. Let's start with a quick reminder. Control M version 920 will officially reach end of support on July 23, 2025. If you're still running 920, now is the time to start planning your upgrade path. Also, starting with 922.200, AIX will no longer be supported. An agent installation is no longer supported on Solaris operating system. Control M 922 introduces broader operating system support to help you stay aligned with modern IT environments. This includes full support for AIX versions 7.2 and 7.3 across all components, adding Enterprise Manager and Control M Server. Amazon Linux 2023 is now supported in all components as well, and Windows Server 2025 is officially supported for agent installations, helping you prepare for upcoming infrastructure changes. Before you upgrade, here are a few technical must-knows. First, Java 11 is no longer supported in 922. This affects all major components, including Automation API. We're standardizing on Java 17 or higher to align with modern security and stability needs. Additionally, PostgreSQL versions below 11 are now blocked for both internal and external databases, so make sure you're running at least version 11 before upgrading. And if you're using MS SQL, you'll need to use the SQL OL EDB v18 driver. Control M 922 supports a direct upgrade from either version 920 or 921. If you're on an earlier version, you'll first need to step up to one of those versions before upgrading further. One key recommendation, if you're using the internal PostgreSQL database, upgrade to at least version 15.3 for the smoothest experience. We've included links on the slide to help with system and database upgrade planning. A quick note on migrations. As standardized since 920, Control M supports migration only between hosts running the same version. So, if you're planning a hardware refresh or moving environments, both source and target must be on matching versions for the migration to proceed. Don't forget, the Amigo program is your planning best friend. You can open a starter case early to get documentation and guidance to help you prepare your plan. Then, as you get closer to the actual upgrade window, you'll open a review case, ideally 2 to 3 weeks ahead, so our team can complete our checklist conversation and provide additional support. This is at no additional cost and is a resource that we always recommend using. Let's talk about what's new. First, expanded integration support. 922 includes new plugins across AWS, GCP, Azure, OCI, Power BI, and many others. This helps you orchestrate workflows across your modern stack with ease. Next, there's a couple enhancements to the agent. We've introduced Java-based agentless hosts, and now it supports monitoring through tools like Datadog, Dynatrace, and AppDynamics. And finally, the unified view has been upgraded to support global time zone automation and Windows SaaS server connections, a big step forward for hybrid environments. For everything we've covered and much more, we recommend checking the full release notes at the links here. These include detailed documentations on compatibility, upgrade requirements, and what's new. Download this presentation to have these references available to prepare your planning and upgrade execution. And if you run into anything during the process, don't hesitate to open a new case with our team.
Thank you, Taylor, for showing us that information. Next up, we have Maribel, and she's going to show us the checkrec utility. Go ahead, Maribel.
Thank you, Drew, for the introduction, and thank you everyone for participating in this session. My name is Maribel, and I'm from Control Support Team. In this session, I will talk about the checkrec utility, which is used to verify the operating system level and patches to accomplish Control requirements. When running the utility, if it detects a problem, the installation will immediately abort and will show you the output for the specific requirement that failed. It will also display the failures and the recommendations to fix it and will show you the report's full path to easily find it. This utility is executed automatically on a fresh installation in Unix operating system for one install, Control M Server, EM, and Agent installations. The checkrec runs during the upgrade via Upgrade Ready process under the Control M Enterprise Manager and Control M Server. In version 22, checkrec is a mandatory utility executed during a fresh installation of version 22, and it's also called automatically by the Upgrade Ready utility when upgrade is done. This utility can be executed by customer as well at any time before the planned installation or upgrade to identify any possible problems and fix them in advance. During the installation or upgrade, if the checkrec fails, it will be aborted and a list of missing requirements will appear. If all the requirements are met, it will continue. You can run this utility for version 9021 environments and above. It can be run only in Linux operating system, and it is available for Control M Enterprise Manager, Server, and Agent products. The utility can be found in the 9021 or 9022 installation media. The report and log files are created under BMC install/log directory. We will see this in the demo. Now let's move to the demo to see how this utility works. Here I do have the checkrec utility. Let's first check the usage of it. We can see here we need to provide some details in order to let it correctly check the requirements. It requests the product name to know which product we want to check, the memory model to know what kind of environment it's planned to be checked, and which is the database. For the utility, only Oracle and Postgres databases are available. In this example, we are going to run the checkrec utility for Control M Server large size and for Postgres database like this. We can see right away all the checks done and if it passed or not. Here we do have all the details. It checks for the shell, memory, swap memory, descriptors, semaphores, and all the required libraries and more. It can be easily identified the final result where it says your platform did not pass pre-requirement check. And if we go up and check the output from the display, we can see why here. The minimum requirement for the descriptors is not met, neither for the free swap memory. As informed before, it provides the suggestion to fix it, which is in this case is increase both of them. Also, at the end of the output, we can see where the log file is saved. Let's go and take a look to the log. Here we can find the checkrec report for Control M Server, and if we open it, we will see the same information than from the output from the display. Now let's do another demo and run it again, but instead of using a large environment for Control M Server as before, we will do it for a small one like this. From the output, we can see that for Control M server for a small environment, the platform meets all the requirements. This is an example of, based on your needs, your platform may meet or not the needed requirements. This concludes my demo. Back to you, Drew.
Thank you, Maribel, for showing how to use the checkrec utility. For the final demo, Jose will show us how to run the upgrade ready utility.
Thank you, Drew, for the introduction, and thanks everyone for staying in this session. My name is Jose Luna, and I am from the Control and Support team. In this section, I will talk about the new upgrade ready utility introduced in version 9.22, which will help us to verify if minimum requirements are met for the Control M EM or Control M server upgrade. This utility was planned for those scenarios in which customers have a short window to perform an upgrade and it stumbles upon known upgrade problems. This way, customers can detect upgrade problems by running this utility ahead of time. This utility performs a series of OS validations. When running on Linux, it will execute the checkrec utility to check if the machine is ready for the new version. It will print the first failure it finds in the screen, but you will see all of the failures in the report file that was created. This report has similar format than the checkrec report format. This utility should be executed by customers at any time before the upgrade date in order to identify any potential problems and fix them ahead of time. It is also executed by the upgrade process itself, and if it finds any problem, this means this environment is not ready for the upgrade and it will cause the upgrade to fail. You can run this utility for version 9.21.200 environments and above, running on Linux and Windows operating systems only, and it's only available either for Control M EM and Control M server. You can find this utility in the 9.22 installation media, and the report and logs files are created in BMC install log directory. We'll see this shortly in the demo. Currently, the utility performs a few checks like memory and disk space, and as mentioned previously, it calls the checkrec utility to check system requirements. On Windows, it will check OS compatibility, and it will also perform some specific checks for Control M EM and Control M server like PowerShell execution policy and C++ runtime version. We expect to add more validations to this utility in the next releases. Now let's move to the demo to see how this utility works. This is our Linux environment where we have installed Control M EM version 9.21.100. Currently, we are located in the directory where the 9.22 installation media was extracted, and here we can see the upgrade ready directory, which is next to the checkrec directory too. Let's go inside to find the script we need to run. Okay, here we can see the script. As with other utilities, we can use the help flag to see the usage. As we can see here, during the execution, we must specify for which product we want to run the validations. We also have the option to run this utility with debug, and just in case that we are running this utility from a different location than the installed media, then we must specify the location for the checkrec directory, since as mentioned previously in the presentation, this utility calls the checkrec utility as well. Now let's run the utility to check if this Control M EM is ready to be upgraded. Okay, we got this error, and this is because this utility is supported from version 9.21.200 and above. So since this Control M EM is version 9.21.100, hence we get this error when running the utility on a lower environment. Now let's see how it works when it is executed on a supported environment. For this demo, we are going to execute it on a version 9.21.300. Now let's navigate to the path where the script is located. Here we can see the script, so now we execute it for the EN component. Okay, we got an error, and we can see this error is related to the memory on this machine, which is less than the required. This machine only has around 8 gigs, but the minimum memory required is 20 gigs, hence this EM is not ready to be upgraded at this point. In the message, we can also see the report file that was created, so let's check the information in the report file. At the top, we can see the utility identifies the versions and the size of this environment, and also the database and the operating system being used. Then we can see all the validations being performed during the execution of the utility and their corresponding status. At the end here, we can see it failed for the memory validation and which is the recommendation to be able to perform the upgrade. In addition to the report file, a log file is also created under the same location, so let's go to the BMC install log path and see the log file. This is the log file, so if we open it, we will see environment information, and at the end of the file we'll see the result and the report file as well. Now finally, let's see what's the message of this utility when an environment meets the minimum requirement. So we execute the utility again, and we can see this message about all the checks passed, and this means this environment is ready to be upgraded. This was the demo for the upgrade ready utility. Hope this information is useful when planning your upgrade to version 9.22. Thank you. Back to you, Drew.
Thank you, Jose, for showing how to run the upgrade ready utility. Alright everyone, that concludes our session for today. On behalf of Taylor, Maribel, Jose, and the entire Connect with Control Them team, thank you for spending some time with us today. We look forward to you taking advantage of these features in your environment. Stick around for the Q&A session where we will take your questions. But first, you can learn more about the BMC education course, Control Them Fundamentals Operating, by clicking the link in the links section below, or you can visit the bit.ly link you see on the screen. Your feedback shapes our future webinars. We would appreciate if you would take a moment and answer a few questions for us in the survey that you will receive later today. You can find Control Them on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Links for each can be found in the links section below. You can watch previous webinars on the Control Them channel on YouTube. Today's webinar will be posted there within a couple of days. Let's kick off the Q&A. As a reminder, you can enter your questions on the Ask a Question section at any time.